What's up guys, today we're going to be taking a look at another deck on the Pokemon trading card game online. Today we're going to be looking at a deck I affectionately call Spread the Love, which is just using Flygon's Sand Slammer to put 1 damage counter on all your opponent's Pokemon between turns, and Forretress's Thorn Tempest, which every time you evolve him, put 1 damage counter on all your opponent's Pokemon. So the nice thing about that is it avoids bench blockers like Mr. Mime, or what's going to be next set, I can't remember what it was. So it's the stadium that disables Pokemon taking bench damage. And then taking that damage and moving it around with Dust Noir. So some choices I made with this deck. I decided to do Verbank City Gym and Hypnotoxic Laser as opposed to using a Frozen City, because even if I don't have Team Plasma Pokemon in this deck, I'm actually not running any energy whatsoever, so that's another way to get damage counters on the field. But I just found that it does take a lot more room, but it's just been working a little more consistently for me right now. Something I would do is I might take out those and add the Frozen City, or two Frozen City instead, and use the 4 slot from the Hypnotoxic Laser to get 4 Max Potion instead, because again, obviously not going to be running any energy whatsoever, so all I do is get to fully heal my Pokemon whenever I want. So otherwise it's pretty simple deck list, a 4/4 line of N and Juniper, 2 Pokemon Fan Club just to get, because there's a lot of basics I need out in play, like obviously my Duskull and Trapinch stuff, and I'll get into that a little bit more when I actually play the game to show what emphasis you want on what. And I'm also running 2 Enhanced Hammer just because it really slows my opponent down if he's trying to rely on DC and other special energies and stuff. And they're so prolific throughout all different decks now. It seems like any kind of deck's running at least DC, if not other types as well. But yeah, I'm gonna have a quick look at that, and let's get right to a game. Alright, so here we go. So as I mentioned before, something you want to kind of put a little more emphasis on is you want to be getting the Trapinch out first, followed by the Pineco, and then the Duskull is almost like, ooh, a Pyro deck. Interesting. We'll see how we do against this. The Duskull is almost an afterthought. I would double. Yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary there. Full art. What's that? Pokemon Fan Club, which is interesting, but probably doesn't mean much. Just always intimidated by those full arts. Yes, I'd like to draw 2 cards, please. Okay, well, we have the full Flygon line, but I'd prefer just to get it going a little bit faster. You two guys could be interesting. Hopefully he fills his bench up, otherwise those big basics are going to be definitely an issue. But I guess here's a Pokemon, ooh, Charizard and another Litleo. Okay, so this looks pretty standard so far, nothing to be out of the ordinary. We'll see how we do. Oh, there's the first DCA. Well, let's hope. I might even want a Skyla for an Enhanced Hammer there. Let's see. Might just end him down, even though we'll be giving him cards. I don't really need a lot of these now. Let's just try and see if we can fill it up with more basics right now. Get as many Trapinches play as possible. Awesome, that's what I like to see. And next turn we can Skyla for a rare candy if need be. And there's our Enhanced Hammer, so talk about perfect draws. The only problem is we definitely might need another draw supporter coming up soon, but there's more turns to draw for that. Okay. So yeah, we can evolve the benched one with Vibrava, and then Skyla for a rare candy next turn, if he doesn't end me or do some kind of form of hand disruption. I was thinking gets this, but it takes away items, not supporters. Attaches to Litleo, that's interesting. He's either has a switch in hand or he's trying to do something else here. Oh, there's the turn 2 Pyroar, which doesn't really affect us again. And that's 1 DC in the discard. What the hell's that? I hate that when you sometimes can't see the card wherever it was. Oh, what? Battle City. Oh, cool. Let's see how well that works. Ha, tail flips. But anyway, yeah, let's just see if we can get oh, look at this. This is how we interesting draw support, just total flips. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. I've been having pretty good success with it. It's usually obviously works a lot better with the more Pokemon into my opponent's bench, the better. But yeah, and the big basics obviously give a bit of a hassle because you have to move so much damage on them to kill them. But there's some pretty cool turns you can have where you just kind of take like four prizes all in one turn, abusing poison damage and whatnot. Yeah, we should definitely, we'll flip for this, see if we draw the rare candy, because if we do, we can obviously just go, okay, another one of those. Great, another Flygon. But that's good because we can do the next turn, that means. As long as it doesn't knock out this one somehow this turn. Again, it'll be harder because his only real attacker right now is the Mewtwo. The Scorching Fang's not going to be doing too much now, and he has to discard. Is it 1 fire or 2 fire to do the extra damage there? Just end our turn. Yeah, discard 1. Okay, yes, to do 90 damage. So he still has to attack me twice for that, and that still puts enough damage on the field to hopefully start messing him up a little bit. So the main goal is just to always make sure your opponent has no energy on the field. So whatever, if they see something loading up on the bench, move all your energy to that. Just keep them clear, and it's kind of playing like a control game where you're just buying for time. because every turn he gets 10, or in between every turn, so every turn pretty much, every time it comes back to you, he's taking 20 damage. Oh, man. What's he going to go after? Probably the Dust Skull, I'm going to assume. Oh, Pineco. Why would you want to kill the Pineco? I guess, yeah, you never know. I guess it also has high retreat costs. I do run, I think that's something I forgot to highlight in the decks, while I do run 3 switches, I want to say, just because both Pineco and the Dusknoir have really high retreat costs, and obviously with no, it doesn't matter if they even only have 1 retreat cost. I can't retreat if there's no energy in play. I was playing with the idea of using float stones, but it just, I don't know, it just didn't exactly seem worth it. The switch is just a little bit easier to get rid of. And I think I'm going to get rid of these resources just because he only has 3 cards in hand. Okay, so we're going to evolve to you. No switch, sadly, but we can still... I probably should have flipped before I did that, but that was a mistake. Well, no sleep, but that's okay. I guess that's all we can do. Shauna next turn. And so there's also really funny combos you can do with Forretress there, where either opponent thinks he has 1 more turn, and then all of a sudden you drop a Forretress, and then if he has 6 Pokemon in play, that's 60 more damage you have to play with to kill something off. Then he's switching around. Yeah, so all in all, this is going okay so far. I'm probably going to get knocked out this turn, especially because he's weak to fire. He doesn't have to, well, I guess, yeah, 60 anyway. He's just dead. Huh. I guess he must want to get out of the poison there. I can still switch energy that, bro. 70, yeah, I can almost do that anyway. Another turn of Flygon and I can kill you off anyway. Anyway, no, it's that's something interesting too, is you don't see Flygon very often, so sometimes people don't know exactly how to play around it, namely keeping your bench as empty as possible. As soon as you see that trap bench, try and keep as little energy on as possible. By the way, this is probably the card I'm... Oh, 2 switches? Huh. Interesting. So that's 3 of them he's used now? 1, 2, 3, yeah. And all 4 Ultra Balls. I never even noticed that. Crazy. Okay, let's definitely go to this one. Cool Ball for another Pineco. And then probably to Shauna and see if I can pick up something. Yeah, another Trap Engine play wouldn't be too bad, but 2 Flygons is basically ideal for now. Like if one dies, then you should try and focus on setting up another one, but you can kind of prioritize things a little bit differently if you already have 2 Flygon in play. Because even if he does kill this one, this comes into play before his turn ends, so you still deal damage. Even if the one was killed and the next one comes to play, it doesn't affect it that way. So next turn we can Skylar for the Dusknoir. Otherwise, it's just end our turn and watch the damage rack up. Yeah, that's awesome. So we got, what's that, 60, 80, 110, we have 140, 180 damage right now, so I can knock out anything on the field right now as I please, as soon as I get that Dusknoir in play. That's probably what he should have done when he chose the Pineco. He probably should have captured out the... Oh, guess I spoke too soon. Capture out the Duskull now, most likely. Let's see, he goes for the Pineco again. No. No dice, hey? Oh well, we do run 2 Super Rods in this deck, so losing Pokemon is not a huge deal, but obviously it's not a good thing to have him losing prizes. That being said, if he just kind of does it like very slowly the way he has now and he gets down to 2 prizes and I still have 6, I can end, get a good hand, he's down to 2, and then just kind of keep moving damage around as I see fit after that. No more Skyla though. Evolution Spray don't need... this is a lot of resources to be throwing away. Might go for an N or something instead. Pokemon Fan Club could be useful too for next, but all this is, I have to wait a turn for all this, so I think an N just kind of works best. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go for an N. This is probably gonna be another one of these things where I'm going back and watching the video, editing it or whatever, and I'm gonna say, oh no, why didn't I do this instead? But whatever, we'll see. Drop him down to 4 cards, and even if I'm not attacking or doing anything, he's still racking up damage. That was still technically 60 damage right there, or 50 damage right there to play around with, so yeah, look at that racking up. Look, I don't even have to move around damage, this thing's still going to die right away. He's starting to power up the Charizard. Uh-oh, really starting to power up the Charizard. Yeah, good. I didn't think he had 2 energy in the discard, just because he only discarded with Pyro for 1. That is a really cool combo, being able to discard Fire Energy with the Blacksmith, kind of similar again to Infernape. But, yeah, no, I'm kind of surprised he's blown through all of his Ultra Balls now, so if I can kind of wipe his board with all of his main things, he's kind of just relying on top decking after that. Yeah, this Pyro's going to die right away. Okay, so we have the rare candy now as well as everything else. Let's see if we can get Forretress in play. Yes, I know I'm dropping below 6 cards. I'm actually still giving him a card too, that's pretty annoying. But all this is going to kill him at least. And see, this is really a moment where look at this. where I really wish I could move all the damage off until there's only 40 left, because 10 from the Flygon and then 30 from the Verbank poison, and kind of just move damage off to make sure I don't lose any, but I guess I'm only losing 10 or 20 damage this time. So it's not too terrible. But anyway, there's a prize, and that's most of his energy gone. Except for that Charizard. It's getting a little scary, but I do have a backup Flygon, so things are still looking pretty good. So now, yeah, most likely this next turn I'm just going to Skyla for a rare candy, unless he manages to snipe out my Duskull again, which is going to be annoying, but again, not the end of the... Oh, speak of the devil! And here it is! Oh, I just jinxed myself again! Just keep my stupid mouth shut. Man. Oh, wait, what? He didn't attach to it. Oh, that's why. That's why. It's like, why didn't you attach to the Pyro? Oh, because he has a different plan in mind. Now, here's a little conundrum. Should I be... Yeah, this Flygon only has 60 health. I'm going to promote that one instead, because like I said, I still want to keep this one as healthy as possible to keep that damage going. So 80, 100, 30, so both these are just about dead. I need a Super Rod now in order to get those back. So either Skyla for it, or I can Colorless for 5, because I don't need any of these cards anyway. I think I'm going to Skyla for it, and then when I get more, hopefully more bench Pokemon, or some, if he plays more maybe, and I can do a little bit bigger colors, or I can at least shuffle these back into the deck, Colorless, and then have a better chance at drawing them. So tempted just to use this to get out of my hand, because I haven't been able to get Forretress going at all. So definitely on both Duskull and probably a Pineco. That's such a weird glitch. There we go. To those, and not doing anything but racking up damage. So next turn, he's this power. Yeah, one of these power are going to die for sure, and the other one's going to be pretty low. So, you know, actually, if I can get Desnor into play, I can win the game like in no time, because again, just moving a little bit of energy around. Yeah, 2 prizes there, and then just another one. That's all I'd have to do to kill is one of these Pyro. Double colorless energy on the Mewtwo. I'm not sure if I agree with that, but then again, he is down to 2 prizes too. Still is pretty close. Okay. Oh, there's a Forretress. Yes, I would like to deal 10 damage to all my opponent's Pokemon. Another Trapinch, I'm okay with that because that means another card. Yeah, maybe I should have Colorless before. Yeah, no, I guess that doesn't make sense. No, because I would have cycled into the Forretress as well. Yes, I'd like to get a new hand, please. Yeah, let's do this. So again, 10 damage. I'm not going to use the laser this turn because whatever he brings next, can that actually kill me? Combustion Blast. Yes, it can. Uh-oh. Yeah, so yeah, I'm definitely going to save that laser because whatever I put up next has to oh, nice. Perfect. If I can get it, if I can just Ultra Ball for something else. But that does mean giving up my laser. It does mean waiting another turn, which I don't have anymore. I'm totally out of time. But I can move damage around to... Oh, I can't even do that. All the main ones are dead. Roller Skates, okay. Tails on that, thankfully. Definitely don't want him drawing more cards. And N right now would be pretty cool. How many of them have I gone through? Supporters in general. 1N, 2N, 3N, Juniper. I haven't even been checking it all this game to see what I've lost. So there's 2 Skyla gone. All 3 Skyla are gone, so I can't hope to search for that rare candy anymore. Which I might just Ultra Ball for another Flygon to keep damage going. But that does mean throwing away a Dusknoir. Just because he doesn't have enough other damage on the field for me to even be worth moving around at this point, I really do just need to get another Flygon into play. And I can next turn. Oh, he's stealing out. Oh, that was interesting. Huh. That might have actually saved me, because now I can do an extra 10 damage instead of missing a turn of 10 damage. So that's at 30, and you're at 50. So that one's pretty much dead. Do this. Yeah, I'm just going to have to get rid of the Dusknoir. That's pretty much game at this point. Because that Mewtwo's going to die as well. No, we don't want a Duskull right now. So I'm not sure if this is totally random. It seems like sometimes it predicts it, because it's like, oh yeah, I need this card. Oh look, it's the first one I can select. But yeah, no, sometimes it's a little bit strange with that. So Charizard's going to die next turn, even if he retreats, even if he does anything, because this thing will take it off, and so the Mewtwo will be dying coming into his next turn, which means all I have to do is end turn and win the game. Unless he can somehow do a weird double knockout. What? Oh, of course, my no prizes left. Oh, wow. Got real cocky there. Oh, yeah, I'm totally fine. I got this. Nope. I didn't even notice he was down to 1 prize left. Oh, well, close game. Really close game. So close, but so far. So I'm definitely going to do a part 2 of this video. Maybe just give a little bit more of an example of what this deck can do. Maybe show those kind of one-turn turnaround kind of things. But yeah, definitely stick around for part 2, guys.